Good morning to you. This morning I'm going to have a look at review some of the answers that I answered in my LinkedIn Transact SQL assessment, because I was trying to find out where I had not been successful, and so I thought let me rather show a follow-up video of the errors and the things I managed to pick up. So the question 3 that said, what is the result of this series of statements? And this was the statement that followed it. Okay, so if I execute this, you can see the result is few, and so I selected the correct answer on this one. Okay, question 4, you can see what happened was it's asked which is the best approach to update the last name of student Donette Figgins to Smith. Okay, and so this is the select statement that I've created, and I'm using a database that I created called LinkedIn. Okay, if you execute this statement, you'll see this is the line that comes up. Okay, now if I try and run this statement, you'll see that this first name doesn't exist. Okay, so that's why you get this error, can't find this first dash name. Okay, if I run this statement, you'll see that it says it's correct, but the question was asking us to please change the last name of student Donette Figgins to Smith. So by setting the last name to Figgins, we're just actually setting the surname back to the same thing that it is. Okay, so it's the first name doesn't exist because they've got a hyphen and not an underscore. So if you execute it, you'll see it comes up with an error. And that's if I go back to the select statement, you can see there ID, first name with an underscore, last name, email. Okay, and as you can see, it's still Donette Figgins. So as soon as I execute this one, it will update the record, and you'll see it'll show that the one row is affected. So now if I go back and I select the record, you'll see it's changed the name to Donette Smith. Alright, so I'm going to change it back to Figgins because I'm keeping my database to the original, and if you go and execute it now, you'll see it's back to Figgins. So that was my question 4. I got that correct, so I know that's not a concern. Okay, the next question is the 6th question. Let's go to question 6. Okay, so what happened is I've already got a students table, so I created a students 2 table. So this was the create statement. They gave us a statement there, and what they said was, given the table with the following structure, which query will not return the lowest grade earned by any student? Unfortunately, I got this wrong, and so I've managed to pick it out. And so if you have a look, because I've already got students 2, I'm not going to recreate the database. If I go and I select the top 1000 rows, you'll see there's only 3 people, so the lowest grade is grade 8. Okay, so if I go and I select this, you should see just the one record showing, which it does, and 8 was the lowest on mine. Okay, if you select this one, you see it returns 2. So this was the correct answer, and if I'm not mistaken, I selected this answer over here, but if you execute it, it shows you the smallest grade. And now this one was a bit tricky because it said student name and it didn't have it wasn't showing the grade. But if you have a look, Charlotte is the student name that comes through, and when you select the statement, you'll see Charlotte is the one with the smallest number. So that's why I know that that answer I got was incorrect. Yeah, and so I only managed to pick it up by doing these SQL statements. Okay, question 7, I believe I also got wrong, and that was the question that they asked was, which statement creates a new database schema named sales and establish Sharon as the owner? I happen to select this option, and when I execute it, you'll see that it says there is no such keyword as set. Okay, so the correct one is option number 2. The reason being is I don't have Sharon, but it would be happy to create the schema sales. So you can see here it cannot find the user Sharon because it does not exist, or you do not have permissions. The create schema failed because Sharon doesn't exist. But otherwise this one would be correct, because alter just alters tables, create needs to create them. Okay, so I know that that one I got incorrect. Then number 8, question 8, I also got incorrect. It said, which query shows the first name, department and team of all students with the 2 lowest points? I chose the one that said this descending order. I was sure that it would give me the correct answer, but if I go and execute it, it gives me Juanita and Georgetta, which is incorrect. So the correct answer is with ties. It says here, select top 2 with ties. So if you execute that, it's got Donette and Evans. And the way that you can find that out is by going to select this students table, and you can see that Donette Figgins has got a number 4 and Evan has got a number 5, and that's how you're able to pick up that this answer is the correct one. Okay, Donette and Evan. Alright, the next question was question 10. This is just a simple floor query. As you can see, if I execute it, it comes up with 1, 2, 3, 5, which is what I selected, so I'm sure that one I got correct. Then question 11, the question was, what is the result of the following query? And it said select 1/2 as result. If I execute that, I've got 0, so I've got that one correct. And then the next one was question 12. I get a different answer than what they show, but this just gives you an example of what you should be expecting, and so that's why I chose the hexadecimal answer. Okay, and then question 13, I created a database called products. So if I go and select it, you'll see there is only 3 products here, but I've got 2 products with serial numbers ending with a 10_3. So I've created this query. If I execute it, there we go, it's giving me the correct thing. So I know that my question 13 was correct. Where I seem to make a mistake was on question 14 and question 15. Question 14 was, which of these data types is an approximate numeric? So I opened our friend old Google and I asked approximate numeric. The approximate numerics are float, real and double precision. I chose decimal, and that's why I got it wrong. It should have been real. Okay, and then with regards to question 15, it said which answer is not a type of table index. I had selected non-clustered. There is apparently a non-clustering index, and the way you find that out is just by typing in here non-clustering index SQL. Yeah, there it is coming up, non-cluster SQL index, and you can see there you can create a non-clustered index. So the correct answer should have been heap, because if I go and I say heap index SQL, you'll see there that it's referring to clustered or non-clustered. So there is no such thing as a heap index. You can see here it says a heap is a table without a clustered index. So that's what I should have chosen, because they had heap, hash, unique, and non-clustered. And if you type in hash over here, or hashing, hashing index SQL, you'll see that there is a hashing index, and we obviously, all of us know that in SQL we have a unique index, and that's definitely is definitely an index. So thank you for watching this video. I hope that it is helpful, and all the best with your LinkedIn assessments. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.